It's Week 10 of the National Football League. And we have Amon-Ra St. Brown on center stage. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Mounties and the Monarchs, and it comes your way next.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Hewitt. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, maybe 6 points too.
Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And we are underway in London. Return coming from the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And they'll be led out by their fourth-year quarterback.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Now looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll give him a 1st down.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Fits it through the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35. He'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd and long for him here. That's the rookie from Texas hauling it in. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the 1st.
Here we go.
Back to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Here we go, sack.
He's going to throw this one. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The 50. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that third down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic, not just knock that ball away.
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Monarchs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Mounties and their running back about to get back to work. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Come on, go!
From the 44 here on 2nd down. Looking slant route complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Let's go now.
They'll try and throw it here. He won't be able to make the catch. It's incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll give him a 1st down. They'll run here from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time.
He has the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Mounties tie this game 7-7. Butker on now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And it's their fifth-year quarterback leading the charge.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
Short pass brought in. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. We'll get a stoppage here for the injury, and it's Brandon Cooks who was hurt on the play. He's being tended to.
Here we go, set!
Lone back gets the handoff. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Stopped by Foye Oluokun.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. Third and short.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
New set of downs for him from the 46. To throw it on first down. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Let's go now.
From the 41. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. This, our last play of the quarter.
Let's go. Check out.
To throw here on first down. He'll get this one to Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return with more NFL action right after this. Time to begin the second quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Buys time, rolling right. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down.
Yeah, that's the one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Has it in close. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And they're going to drag him down after a decent gain. He gets up to the 36. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. First and 10 from the 41.
Set. Go.
Pass play now. St. Brown there to bring it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Conklin brings it in. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be a first down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Ready. Ready.
Another carry for him. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later.
And he's in. Touchdown! The Mounties take a 2nd quarter lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to drop plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Returning it from the 4. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well.
Let's go now.
Running back sent in motion. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Pass is caught by Addison. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big 34-yard pickup there. And it'll give him a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Let's go.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They pick up 20 yards there. And it sets up 1st down.
Okay, ready. Go.
From the red zone now. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Looking for a throw here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. On for the field goal now. Here's Brandon McManus. This 32 yards out on the right hash. And the kick by Folk is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's Agnew on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Plowing up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it's going to be their football coming up. This offense getting all set for this series. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. And he drives this forward until they bring him down at the 38-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Ready?
Now a give on the counter. And he finds him enough room to get it up to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd and less than a yard. Here's a give up the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
Let's go now.
This time it's a passing play. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They're throwing it. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And they'll have 1st down. He'll throw it yet again. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Mounties are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, every once in a while, this game of football becomes a game of chess. How are you going to get your defensive players in the right spot, the right place? That dime defense, well, that was the right call. So many eyes on the football, and more importantly, the ability to go finish that interception.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Set up.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's on the move. And a man is there to knock that away. Pride connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Ready.
Looking to the air here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing. And that's keeping an offense off bounds. Change up your looks. Rotate your personnel. Throw in some wrinkles. And once again, go hit that quarterback.
And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. The Mounties sending out their punt team. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. Starts his return from the 23. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And it'll be their football. Their offense headed out now. Not much time left before the half. And they'll have enough time to try to get into field goal range. Just a shade over 40 seconds remaining in the half.
Go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's got him. That's Addison. They get 13 on the pickup. And they're going to have a first down.
Here we go.
Dropping back to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Motioning him from the slot right. Second and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half. And you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First play, he's going for it to the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So that's the half, and it's an even game on the scoreboard. 13 all. Now we'll send you back stateside to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has the EA Sports Halftime Report all queued up and ready to go.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football.
And with a push of a button, we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Has this at the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive of the second half. And they're very fortunate the turnover on downs and short field did not lead to points. They can thank their defense by putting a scoring drive together right now. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 46. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On first down, they'll run. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
From the 16. Looking for somewhere to throw. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention.
Ready?
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Ready?
Here's a handoff up the gut. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. A run for no gain doesn't help matters. It's third and long coming up.
Ready?
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. New set of downs for him from the 46. Running it now out of the gun. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play action pass, a shot that comes down the road with what looked like a very plain play.
This one finds Kelsey. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end. Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. A give now from the gun. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Second down now, 7 to go. Back now, pressure on it. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And it's picked up by the defense. He's at midfield. 30. The 10. And they'll return it for a touchdown. The Mounties capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I can hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Butker with the extra point. And the Mounties break that tie and now lead by 7. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. Now this offense ready to head back out. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
Has a man, it's Brown. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game, even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down. None of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person that when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing it.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Handoff now from the gun. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. He's dropping back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. So it's 2nd down coming up. Right up the gut. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
Back to throw now. That's caught for the first. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Setting up a throw. That pass is complete to Kelce. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. 9 yards on that play, and they're just a yard out now on 2nd and goal. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Let's go now.
They're running again. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Monarchs can tie it up after hitting Peyton in the 3rd. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights. And the Monarchs tie this game up. On now is McManus to kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They give it to him again. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Ready.
Back to the well again. And he'll get it up to the 44. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Shut up! Shut up!
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. This game's still tied after 3, so we're going to decide things here in the fourth quarter.
On the ready!
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Hut.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go! Here we go!
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And that one's picked off in the end zone, but no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in bounds. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll throw it. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Monarchs will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Handoff now out of the gun. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Let's go now!
Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Let's go!
They kick the running back in motion.
Hut, hut.
To throw it on 1st down. Rolling left, buying some time. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And he's brought down for a loss.
You know why baseball coaches are called managers, Kate? Because they got to manage a lot of situations. And I've realized over time in talking to them, they love taking a situation, a game moment, and making it a team topic. That play, or that corner right there, I know this is a head football coach, not a head football manager, but he's going to take that play, he's going to illuminate it to his team and show the fearlessness of his corner making that tackle. Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got fourth down. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Here's Agnew on the return. Return's looking good so far. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Mounties are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense.
Trailing by one score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
Has it downfield working the left. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Here we go, here we go.
Give now to the running back. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Set.
They're going play action. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction, but how well the defense had that one covered.
And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. He gets 6 on that play, and that gives them the first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Monarchs make it a 10-point ball game. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Here's Agnew on the return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, got to play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a 3rd consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
Come on, set.
To throw here on 1st down. It's caught, Ferguson. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. We've reached the 2-minute warning from London. Mounties down by 10. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Monarchs will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4? He probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth. other than this field right now.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. Back-to-back carries here. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. 3rd and just 2 to go. Another carry for him. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
There wasn't a lot there for him, but he did what he needed to do. Go get that first down. Picked up the short gain, didn't risk a big loss. Looking for a bigger lane elsewhere.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, and they go right back to him. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And there wasn't much he could do there. A small gain to the 43. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Monarchs as we say cheerio from London.